the Cowboys have been the best team from start to finish this year. I think they're going to win in the NFC. Despite all I just said about Dak.
We were just saying Dak would be benched.
I didn't predict Dak was going to get benched. We were talking about a hypothetical. I think Dallas is going to be the team that makes it to the Super Bowl. I think the Kansas City Chiefs, with their defense, can get it done. And with the big plays of Tyreek Hill
do you
and
realize
Jeremy Maclin.
There's only two teams that can possibly beat New England, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. They play each other. So New England only has to beat one good team, not even a great team. Pittsburgh's hot streak has a lot more to do with the schedule than how great they are.
Why are you disrespecting Brock Osweiler and Connor Cook?
I've never seen in my life a more messed up conference. Yeah. The AFC right now, due to injuries, is a mess.
Due to injuries to what position?
Quarterback.
Oh.
I mean, Derek Carr's out.
Here we go again. Jeez, Eric.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand. All right, go ahead.
So, okay. But my point being, Dallas could face not only the three leading MVP candidates, Rodgers, Ryan, and Brady. They could face the two best cultures in the NFL, New England, Green Bay to a Super Bowl. They could also face potentially three of the best coaches, McCarthy, Pete Carroll, and Belichick. It's not just they're facing good teams. Dallas would have to beat the best quarterbacks, the best cultures, the hottest teams. Between Green Bay, Atlanta, and New England, they've won 17 straight games. There's no way Dallas wins the Super Bowl.
Well, the Giants,
no way.
The Giants are allowed to win a game,
No,
too.
I'm saying, too. And the consolation is, they get Seattle or the Giants. I just think the NFC is loaded this year.
One team has the best resume based over the regular season. The regular season is sometimes an indicator of what's going to happen in the postseason. Dallas, from start to finish, has been the best team. New England, to me, benefits, and I'm not dissing them because obviously they're great. Tom Brady's been great. They play in the AFC East, and they play in the conference that you just said is the most messed up. And all it's going to take is one performance to get the New England Patriots, and I think the Chiefs and or the Steelers can put that performance together.
Can I talk about his Chiefs for a sec? Because I did some research over here. So we talk about Mike Tomlin not good in the last 5 years. Andy Reid has one playoff win in the last 8 years. He's 1-4 in conference championship games. You think he's going into Foxborough and beating Bill Belichick? By the way, that defense...
Maybe it just means he's due.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's due, definitely. By the way, that defense you talked about, they're 26th against the rush.
Listen,
the defense is so overrated.
I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm talking about what Eric Berry, what Justin Houston, what Marcus Peters, what they can do in certain... They can create turnovers, create field position.
New England doesn't turn it over.
I think that's the biggest advantage the Chiefs have is their ability to create turnovers. I think the Steelers are a real threat for New England, as hot as they are and with the weapons that they have. But Dallas faces the toughest road by far. Every single quarterback in the NFC is legitimate. And then you've got young guys who are now going to have a week off, plus they didn't really play last week, so they're going to have to deal with that component of it. And in a lot of ways, with the expectation that's been on them for so long, they've been playing playoff-type games for a while, which I know we could argue is good. It sharpens them. But you could also argue it's a little bit exhausting as you go into this process.
Does something happen to their offensive line? Colin used to talk about their offensive line in such glowing terms. That's not going away.
That's another thing. I talked about Dallas would have to not only face the best cultures, the best coaches, the best quarterbacks. I would say the second and third best offensive lines in this league outside of Dallas, Green Bay's offensive line and New England's in the last 2 to 3 months has been fantastic. So, I mean, I think we're forgetting.
Coaching.
It's coaching, O-lines, cultures, quarterbacks. Dallas could have to beat Hall of Fame coaches, coordinators, lines. You can't do that.
They played in the best division, arguably. They play in the best conference, arguably. And they have the best resume. I just don't see discounting that. And again, I think New England and the whole not throwing... No, they've gone 2 interceptions all year. That will stop. That's not because Tom Brady's perfect. There's some dropped interceptions in there, and at some point that tide's going to turn the other direction.
But it's a little unfair to knock them on their resume and then say the other team is good because of their resume. It's like
2 interceptions.
Which resume are we counting?
The knock that you can make on New England, you did it on your website. outside of Russell Wilson, who ate New England up, they have had a series of backups. Remember, Big Ben was hurt. New England hasn't faced top quarterbacks.
Best quarterback
at
they
all.
beat is Andy Dalton
All year.
or Carson Palmer. I mean,
All
come
year.
on.
They got really lucky with the quarterbacks. The Jets
Yeah.
were a
Ben,
mess.
come on,
They,
Big Ben.
they're pretty experienced, though, in the playoffs. I think that's a little bit of an edge.
Kind of matters.
Cowboys got the best resume.